Hey guys, it's Phantom's X Center here, back again with another Phantom's X Center video. I'm sorry my tongue got a little bit tongue-tied when I said Fandoms X together, but I'm back with another video, 2 videos in one, I think so. Let me take a sip of this coffee. I sound kind of crusty. Oh my god, that is the difference. But I'm recording a 2007 Leo X Center. You guys have been waiting for this for so long. Since I got into the TMNT fandom and I actually got back into the 2007 TMNT, I was like, oh, I'm gonna put that on my list. And then I did, and then I promised it, and then I didn't break my promise, but I was just like waiting and waiting. But now that I have things all settled, I'm going to do Leo first because I have a script in my head. I actually do write scripts, but in my head, like mentally. I don't actually write them because I wouldn't have time, and it would take me such a long time because I have OCD and I'm kind of a perfectionist with my writing and my decoration. Sometimes I like my writing perfect, and if I write a little slanted, I'm like, okay, frick this, I'm done. But before I take any more much of your time, my Instagram, Discord link, server, wattpad, and the songs that I use will be in the description below. I will kind of narrate this like I did to the 2016 Donnie. I'm going to do this quickly because it's 4:16 a.m. and my grandma wakes up at what, 6? So I'm going to have 2 hours. I hope I don't run out of data. I'm not low on data, but I just hope I don't run out. I was like watching YouTube shorts the whole time and texting, so yeah. And please don't say anything in the comments if my British accent acts up, because I'm a little British. So let's get started. Before we start narrating, I'm just going to do a trigger warning. Well, not trigger, but yes, there are trigger warnings like cursing and traumatic situations involved. So take a sip of this coffee and let's get started. It was nothing but a peaceful night in New York City. You had worked a late night shift at the cafe, and your boss only trusted you to stay up late at night and have the keys to the cafe. You watched everybody walk out, and you made yourself a spare drink without anybody seeing you. You were sipping on your coffee, walking down, and then you hear snickering or whispering behind you. As you looked back, there was no one there. You stood there for a while confused and continued to walk. You also decided to try staying on your phone for a bit or pretending to be on the phone with someone to see if you would hear the snickering again. You heard nothing, so you got off your phone so it wouldn't, get wet or anything. As you were walking, it was actually taking you a while to go home, since you decided to enjoy the rain and enjoy the quietness of New York City. Since New York is usually a busy city, it's rare for it to stay so quiet and peaceful. As you were walking, you got pulled into this alleyway. And by the way, it wasn't the Purple Dragons, because lots of people use the Purple Dragons to like pull you into an alleyway and stuff like that, but this is my version of the story, so it won't be the Purple Dragons. It was these middle-aged dudes, and they wanted to do bad things to you. They didn't want money, they didn't want anything. They were just, excuse my foreign language, horny bastards. Take a sip of this coffee. You tried defending yourself, but sadly that didn't work. They did try doing some things, but you kicked and screamed, and that did work. Leo was patrolling, and he heard you scream before it just kind of faded. So he immediately ran over, getting his swords out. He jumped down, not even saying anything hero-like or quirky. He just jumped down, and you saw this shadow fighting the group. Well, not the tree. I can't say trio because there were 5. Fighting the group. You were hiding like near the emergency stairway to the apartments. It was the apartment right next to yours. Well, not really right next, but yours was a few blocks away. You watched in fear a little bit, but you were thankful that someone actually cared to do something. Leo was about to go away. He put his swords back in place and he was about to start, running back on rooftop to rooftop. But you shouted out, "Wait, who are you?" He looked back and said, "Can't reveal that. Just someone." And then you said, "Can you at least tell me your name?" He kind of chuckled and smiled, looking back. Okay, I don't know what color are his eyes. I think it's kind of brown. Let's say brownish blue. You kind of saw his like brown eyes and his cute smile, and he said, "Call me Leo." And then he just disappeared. You smiled a little bit and sighed in relief. You went to your house, still terrified and looking around in fear to see if anyone else was following you. You got there, you immediately took a shower. You laid in bed next to your cat and said, "Oh, what a long night." Your cat meowed in confusion. By the way, in every universe, it's like you can communicate with your cat. Fluffball. Yeah, Fluffball, I can't even explain to you. It was crazy. After explaining to Fluffball looked like he had a surprised face. I know, right? Just these random dudes. I hope they suffer. In fact, you crossed your arms upset. Leo was actually watching you from above when you were walking to your house, and he did feel guilty for you because he didn't want anyone experiencing any sort of thing like that in New York, or just anyone in general. He actually watched you walk home, and he was confused why you would always enter your apartment by the emergency exit, which was your window. Leo wasn't stalking you in that way, but Leo started to stalk you, like in a friendish way. So a few weeks after, out of nowhere, you're studying, listening to your music, and having a bit of coffee or any drink of your choice. Then you hear this random knock. It was a soft and light knock, not like anyone was breaking into your apartment. You take your headphones off, since you're a very good listener, and you thought to yourself, who would be knocking on my window at such a time, unless it's Casey? You open your window to see the masked hero, Leo. Your eyes widen and you say, "Who are you?" He said, "Hi, I'm Leonardo, Leo, the one who saved you from those guys a month ago." And you immediately said the question you wanted to ask as you saw him. "How did you find me, and how do you know where I live?" "I'll explain as I come inside. It's freezing out here because of the rain." Oh God, this is not a reader one shot. I'm forgetting to do his voice. Forgive me. Let me take a sip of this coffee so I can male voice. He came inside, and you sat down on your bed, and you asked once again, "Continue?" Well, that's much better. Well, I don't want to seem creepy about this or sketchy. I've been stalking you. You were about to say something, but he said, wait, before you say something, stalking you as in protective way. I didn't want anyone else hurting you. I'm not some sort of freak who's in love with you and stuff like that and who wants to protect you. I mean as in a heroic way. Not that I deserve a medal, but after what those guys tried, he did quotation marks, to do to you, I just couldn't resist. I felt like you needed to be protected. Someone around you, like a bodyguard. And you shrugged a little bit and said, understandable. So, you're Leo. He gave a slight nod. Yeah, I'm Leonardo. I'm a mutant turtle, as you can see. I was impressed when you sort of saw me in the shadows, since you could sort of see my shape and form. I'm impressed you didn't run away. Could I ask you why? You sigh. I've seen weirder things in New York City. Well, I'm Listener. Listener, your last name. It's nice to meet you, Listener. Just know that I'm just here to keep you safe. I'm not involved in any sort of crimes or anything. I just have 3 more brothers I take care of. You tilted your head and said, you have brothers? Ah, yes, here. T-phone time. He showed you Mikey. This is Michelangelo, or Mikey, the youngest brother. This is Donatello, the middle child. And this is Raphael, also the middle child, or second oldest. And I'm Leo, the eldest child, leader. You smiled and said, you're all so cute. Speaking your thoughts out loud. You covered your mouth and said, oh, excuse me, I was thinking out loud. Leo had a pinkish shade of red, kind of like a light red tint underneath his mask. Basically, he took that compliment as a yes. He smiled and sort of chuckled and said, oh, thank you. Well, since you're safe in here, make sure to keep your window locked, by the way. You say, will do. I'll get going. Or Raphael will come looking after me once again. Like you did yesterday while I was patrolling. And then you see that he didn't get up to get out, right? Because he started muttering, just, kind of speaking his thoughts out. Because my headcanon is that when Leo starts a conversation and he gets to know the person more, and he all of a sudden brings up the subject, he will start muttering. Not muttering, but just speaking a little, not over talking or just talking too much, just speaking his thoughts out, let's say. And you were just there, listening. And then he realizes, and then his eyes widen, and he covers his mouth saying, oh, God, I'm so sorry You nod no and say, no, you're pretty interesting. If you'd like, continue. He said, no, his T-phone buzzed. I really have to go. Here, he tossed the T-phone over to you. Donnie made a spare one. I told my brothers about you already. Well, they barely know about you, but I convinced Donnie to make another one. If you ever need me, or if you're ever in danger, just give me a call. Or just press the emergency button. I'll get going. It was nice to meet you, listener. He closed the window, and you could barely reply, or you barely had any time to reply, and you basically just mumbled, bye, Leo, with a questioning tone. You locked your window, turned off your lamp, finished your coffee, of course washed the mug, because I cannot stand to have a singular mug and just see it in the morning and forget it there until the next day. Nope. So let's say you went to school first, and then after school you had a job, basically just in 2012, Rise, 2016, the basics. So you were there at school and your T-phone buzzed. Luckily, the teacher was just dozing off, and you checked your T-phone. There's a text from Leo, and he said, hey, you doing okay? Just checking up on you. You replied, yeah, I'm doing just fine. I'm in school right now, actually. Just, that kind of nervous face. And he said, oh, I'm so sorry. You must be busy. I'll get going. You say, I'm not really that busy. Teacher dozed off. You send a picture. Laughing emoji. Well, he's doing good at his job. He had one job. Period. I know, right? You almost got caught and immediately put your T-phone in your desk. After you went home, got changed into your uniform, and went to the cafe. Not there, but you decided to go back into the storage room, and Leo almost knew each and every single detail about you already, but he just kind of played dumb, and, well, let's say he knew some stuff about you, not every single little detail, but he kind of played dumb, like a dumb hero. That sounds offensive. So, in the storage room, while you were grabbing some coffees and like creamers and stuff like that, you hear a sound from above. And you were like, oh, these damn spiders. You grab a broom and you look up, and you see this blue masked turtle upside down in a Spider-Man pose. And you can see his eyes widened, and he wanted to hide, and he's already been caught. And you hear a mumble saying, shit, been caught. You tilted your head, and you had a look like, what the hell is going on? Leo, what are you doing here? And just get down. He got down. Hey, I didn't want to interrupt you at work. I'm really sorry to scare you like that. Is this the one who didn't say you were a creepy stalker? I'm not, I promise. I'm just keeping a lookout. I care about you, okay? Okay, I get that a lot. Just how do you know I work here? I could clearly see you from outside the clear glass. Oh yeah. But just don't do that, and don't get caught that you're in here. Your friend walked in the storage room. They didn't see Leo, but they kind of sort of opened the door a little bit, and they were looking the other way, and they said, listener, you're needed at the counter, or we need your help. Coming, you said. You need to go. You basically handed him a note, let's say. And he said, but you just need to go, Leo. And you just ran out. Let's say you were this kind of, okay, I don't want to seem mean about this, but let's say you kind of had 2012 April's personality. Not personality, but kind of traits. Like, you know how April pushes away Donnie? You're not pushing away Leo. You're just trying to keep him safe from society, because you already know the TMNT has never been seen by public. Now, what did the note say? You're probably curious. It said, just meet me at the rooftop. It's like you wrote that out of thin air. You were actually writing it while you were talking. It said, just meet me at the rooftop at 8 p.m. He was like, sounds like a plan. So it was 7. You took a shower and just got in a oversized comfy outfit. You were actually texting Leo a lot. You and Leo would usually just text a lot and wouldn't talk in person a lot. Basically like a long distance relationship, quote unquote. So you brought over some pizza and a few drinks. Of course, you see Nardo just jumping from rooftop to rooftop until he reaches you. And he said, I was needed? No, not really. I just called you over here to hang out. Oh, I see. He sat down next to you. So what's this all about? You know, just chill and look at the sky, maybe swing your feet off the edge, jump around. Just stuff I never get to do with my friends since they're all busy. And like, he didn't take it to heart like a mean thing, but he took it to heart like in a cute way, like, you know, in a romantic way. Like you think, wait, got him saying it backwards. So he basically thinks, oh my gosh, I'm their friend. Like, finally, he's become that close to you. And he smiled and said, so, I'm finally your friend? And you were being soft at the moment. You were soft and vulnerable. And let me just tell you, girly, boy, non-binary, pal, agender, pals, being soft and vulnerable isn't bad. If you're soft and vulnerable like me, it's okay. Just don't be too soft, because you can become very, very sensitive. I'll explain that if I go live. And you look down, blushing slightly. You're more than a friend, Leonardo. He thought boyfriend for a second, and he said, blushing a tint of red, so I'm your... And then he got cut off when he said, you're my closest best friend. His heart didn't get broken, but he understood. He was thinking way too fast. He smiled and hugged you a little bit, but not too much of a hug, kind of a side hug. And he said, I'm glad we're best friends. That means a lot to me. He just cute ass chuckle. He said, well, I have some drinks and pizza. I feel like he would be obsessed with, like, not Sonic, but these, like, it's a blue, don't even say Bang energy. It's not Bang. Not even Blue Monster. I mean, yeah, he would like Blue Monster. But, like, it's these blue anime energy drinks. I forgot. There's just a specific one. So you pass one over and you pass a soda over. So basically you bought an energy drink for you and a normal drink, and a normal drink for him and an energy drink. And you had a few snacks. So you two were just hanging out and everything. And you've never seen, like, Leo just, having fun before. You thought of him as a tough, straight up guy or truthful guy. You've never seen him just, like, so in peace, since you guys have only met or been together as friends for a month, or let's say less than a month. Well, a month would be enough for you guys to know each other, but not that much, since you have school, he has patrol, and etc. Take a sip of this coffee. I'm sorry my voice has changed so much. It's because I guess it's puberty, or I just matured. But Leo looked at the time and saw he had to go. Let's say it was already midnight, and not that he had to do patrol, but that he had to check up on his brothers and then Master Splinter, etc. Well, he also had to have a talk with Master Splinter. Hey, listener, yeah, you were basically, like, laughing while having cheese all over your face. Well, all over your mouth, basically, since you were eating pizza. He laughed a little bit and said, you have a little bit of... He pointed at his mouth, and you said, I know, I can get a little messy. He said, I have to go check on my brothers again, and I also have an important talk with someone. You said, yeah, that's fine. I'll just eat the rest of this pizza alone. He felt bad, but he said, if I can, I may come back if you're awake, but if not, I'll just let you sleep. Make sure to get some good sleep, okay? Night, listener. Night, Leo. He jumped back to the lair, and you're probably wondering, what's the talk with Master Splinter? Of course I'm going to do that part. So after he settled it down with his brothers, he went to Master Splinter. So they were both sitting down and having some tea. And Master Splinter asked, so, Leonardo, what's wrong, my child? Master Splinter, or Sensei. Sensei, so I've been having this little problem. What kind of problem? I have this thing for this person, and their name's a listener. Nardo, don't even, because he was going to continue, and Master Splinter raised a finger, like shushing him without saying shush. I already know, my dear child, you're in love. How did you? I could see it in your face. You're still blushing. You're fidgeting with your fingers. you're nervous. Your heartbeat is probably, I'm not a doctor, so I'm just gonna say your heart's probably beating really fast right now, Naruto. I know that feeling. Master Splinter had a wife. When I had my first crush like you, I felt the same way. Just don't take advantage of it. Small steps, Leo. The smallest steps can be the biggest leap to the finish line. So take it easy and maybe give small hints. Don't go all in for it. Yes, Sensei. Now head to bed. It's late. He finished his cup of tea and headed to bed. And of course, Leo texted you way earlier in the morning than he should. And you were like, Leo's texting me so early in the morning for what? He looked and was like, good morning, sunshine. I hope you do well. And then just a heart emoji. And you're like, he doesn't usually put a heart, but okay, that's cute. You smiled and just immediately thought that made your day. Fluffball already knew what was up. So this is like an entire one-shot video, so please don't be mad if this is like a 40-minute video. So, of course, you and Leo started hanging out a lot more. Take a sip of this coffee. A lot more, which was unusual and everything like that, but you didn't mind it. Leo was like a lot more comfortable with you. Well, not that he wasn't, but he was showing a lot more emotion, talking a lot more, and just, you know, being open and actually talking about his feelings. You knew something was up, so you decided to call your friend, Casey Jonas. Ring ring. Casey Jones on the Casey Jones pizzas. Casey, you said? Yes. I'm just gonna put 2012 Casey in this. So do you know this turtle? Okay, yes. Which one? With the blue mask. Leonardo. Yeah. Just speak your mind. So we've been hanging out way more, and he's been open and just friendlier than usual, I could say. Not that I'm uncomfortable, I enjoy his company a lot, but could you tell me what's up with him? And just like Casey, he was upset at the moment, so he was just being way too honest. He's in love with you. Bye. You were flabbergasted. You were like, did he just hang up on me? And secondly, what? You were walking in circles in your room and like, there's a cute mutant turtle in love with me. I didn't mean to say cute. Fuck. And then you realize you like him too. But how were you going to tell him? How am I supposed to tell him this? I'm just gonna have to wait. So you guys were going to just confess to each other. And by the way, this part is inspired by a part of the video from Ryder. I think it was Ryder. So you two were at the rooftop, and this time you weren't sitting down and stuff like that and just having fun. This time you two were serious. And then Leo said, listener, the only reason I pulled you up here tonight is because I wanted to tell you and then you both kind of like shouted out, I love you, or both said, I'm in love with you. You covered your mouth and he covered his. Both of your eyes were widened and you guys were blushing a lot. And then you both said at the same time, you love me too? Of course you already knew Leo loved you, but you were just playing dumb. Leo rubbed the back of his neck and said, so, does that mean we're a thing? He smiled, like cute, goofy smile, just like a nervous smile. And you said, what do you think, you big goofball? Come here. You opened your arms, waiting for a hug. He hugged you and picked you up, spinning you around or twirling you around. And then he gave you a kiss on the head. I'm so glad I could get that off of my chest, he said. I've been hiding that for so long. How long exactly? He said. 5 months exactly? Well, not 5 months, that's 3 months exactly? Oh, you say, blushing. Well, I'm just glad we got that off our chests. He smiled. Yeah. And then you can hear from the other side, Leonardo, are you making out or something? Which was Raphael yelling out for his brother. No, I'm not making out, Leo yelled back. Donnie, then come on already. We have things to do. Leo sighed. Sadly, I have to go. Goodbye, my love. He said it really quick, but what he really said was, goodbye, my love, and you heard it clearly. You just stood there and blushed while he basically hopped from rooftop to rooftop away. You laid on your bed. Just skip. You laid on your bed and thought, what just happened? And that's all for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry. I kind of went random in the video, and I don't know what is it about my voice that is just so neutral. And I finished this at 4:52 a.m. I hope I can edit this, add the audio, and just boom, upload it. But my Instagram, Discord, link server, wattpad, and songs that I use will be in the description below. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Comment what you want next, or I can do a text vote, and we'll see what we'll get. I'll see you there.